What up, dudes? It's Gaz, and welcome back to another Warframe video. So we're going over some more early information on Jade Shadow's changes. We'll be discussing the new full auto setting for semi-automatic weapons in Warframe. This will be hopefully making it where your hand's not going to be hurting as much in longer runs, and enabling more, versatility with these types of weapons. We don't really use that much because it's annoying to manually click or pull the trigger every single time on your controller. So let's go over what's changing and, the details of it. Of course, this is going to be in June. There's an update on May 15th, but yeah, another update in June, and the update in June will contain this. Not as much stuff changing on the May 15th update. Before we go over this stuff, though, make sure you sub this channel. We do daily Warframe video uploads. Also check out the live stream channel as well. Might not be live tonight, but I'll be live later this week with more Warframe grinding and farming. Alright, so let's go over what the devs actually said. I'm going to have their exact clip from their stream up. Because this is something I've actually asked the lead dev Pablo on Twitter before in the past, and he said probably not. But it looks like they changed their mind. They're actually going to do it now. So let's go over what they got here.
But yeah, the semi-auto basically, we were looking obviously last time we did auto melee, which was kind of in the same vein as this. So what we are doing is, this time we are going to try it as a setting, because we feel like in this one, unlike melee, there is a little bit more where you can accidentally waste ammo. So because of that, we are going to make it a setting, so it's your choice. And essentially it will be, you can now press the button and just hold it and it will just shoot.
But are we doing something else too?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I thought you were done.
No. So yeah, we're doing that. So for a long time, I'll be totally honest, I was the one that resisted this change, because I feel like it really kills like the fiction of some of the weapons. Particularly like a sniper rifle just going like toon 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 toon. It just doesn't feel like a sniper rifle. But I also recognize that the reality in the ground is that you guys will put it on your mouse wheel and it just goes boom 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 boom. So what we're gonna do besides the setting is that now you can we're gonna release a mod just for semi-auto weapons that disables the ability to change the fire rate, but gives you a bunch of damage and punch through in exchange. So if you do like the fiction of Sibaris, like I am a Sibaris aficionado, then you can still do the slower shooting but for higher hitting weapon with that mod. So
and that precludes fire rate modding at all.
Correct.
So like
it doesn't preclude the setting, but it does preclude that.
Yeah,
so you can still use the setting.
Yeah, there's basically 3 cohorts of like player accessibility, design intention, and then all the work that goes into the weapons, the reloads, the sound effects, the feels. We don't want to throw out the personality of those weapons. We recognize that we certainly have to do our duty to make weapons accessible with those settings, and then that mod, I think, is really the linchpin between these two worlds, where play them with the fire rate.
Okay, that's pretty much all they said. By the way, that mod they're talking about is not an Exilus mod. That's what I was going to keep having it run till, but yeah, they're just basically going to let you know that mod they're talking about is not an Exilus mod. Okay, so now that we know there's going to be a full auto setting for weapons in Warframe, what weapons should you be looking out for in the future? And also, what are some use cases that you could be using this new knowledge for going forward? Well, I've made a list of weapons that are going to be great with this new semi-auto, full auto change, and we're actually holding a couple of them right now. So, depending on how far this setting does reach, there will be things like, operator amps to start off with. Operator amps becoming full auto would mean things like the Raplock Prism, or even the Tier 5 Prism, whatever that one's called, the Burst Fire mode, would now become full auto. You could just hold on the button, and it would no longer be like one bullet at a time. You just fire it is at normal pace just by holding on the button. So that's operator amps for you. But as far as actual weapons, we got the Latron Prime as one of the first weapons that I just don't use because it's semi-auto. So you got an Incarnon form with a fireball launcher, get a primary shot, just like semi-auto bullets. This would be a great one to look out for going forward, because this will be one of the poster childs of the semi-auto full auto setting. Another one right here is the dual tox-resist Incarnon. It might become full auto when it's an Incarnon form, but the normal form is semi-auto. When we go to Incarnon form, full auto, really nice. But if you were non-Incarnon form, it's semi-auto. So that would change, potentially, to make it where you have even more like less hand cramps is what this is really meant for. So As far as weapons to look out for, Latron, Dual Tox. Let's move on to some other ones here. Now, as far as an interesting one, the Paragale. Who remembers this thing? The Paragale is a semi-auto sniper that has the special ability when you get 4 headshots, you get infinite ammo efficiency for a short period of time. And as far as another secondary, how about the Magnus Prime? Maximum ammo efficiency for a few seconds after hitting headshots. I think it's like a 4% chance to proc. Now, as far as the builds, I don't really have a full build on these. I'm just going to show you how they function, because once these changes go through, these guns might actually be worth using for some people. Now, for the Paragale, you can ADS it, but it actually has pretty good hip-fire accuracy too. So see, like there, we have infinite ammo just because we hit some headshots. So pretty nice. It can do some really good damage. You fully mod it. But this is not fully modded right now. So look at that being a full auto weapon in the future. For the Magnus Prime, on headshot, it has a chance for infinite ammo. So we just get infinite ammo. Full auto Magnus Prime could be pretty good with a full build, of course. Some other fun ones could be, maybe not think about crazy fire rate. How about the Arca Plasmor? How's a full auto Arca Plasmor sounding to you? And for another secondary, how about a full auto Spore Lacer for that matter? A semi-auto explosion gun. How about that becoming full auto? That sounds pretty good to me. Now the Arca Plasmor doesn't have really the fastest fire rate. You could mod it for fire rate though, and making that full auto just give me a lot less, hand strain, pulling the triggers on your controller way too many times. That's what these changes are made for, accessibility, not for a DPS increase. So, in the vein of that, it's just going to be, I'm going to start using semi-auto weapons again because I don't have to worry about clicking it every single time. So for some other ones here, let's go over some other weapons we talk about. And one of the biggest ones for me is actually going to be the Vectis Prime. Now, I will show the build on this one. Now, for the Vectis Prime, it has the Prime Chamber mod. You can use the last bullet in the chamber has increased damage, and we've got depleted reload, making it where we only have 1 bullet in the magazine. You could get a Riven that has minus magazine on there. We've also got Fractalized Reset, giving us massively increased reload speed. So with this combination of items here, we will have basically an infinite ammo sniper rifle machine gun. And as far as some other pistols, let's see what would be a good one for this. There's plenty. I mean, maybe the Vasto. I mean, the Vasto's got terrible magazine size, but the Vasto, the Pandero, things that are just semi-auto that you don't really use as much because they're annoying to use, or rather annoying to manually click it. There's going to be plenty of options for that. Even the Bronco could work. But I want to show you guys the Vectis really quick. So once this change goes through, this might be a playstyle I'm going to be using quite often. So throw in a Wisp Mode, proc Fractalized Reset. And as you can see, this is me manually clicking. This will be how it is all the time going forward. You have to make sure you re-proc Fractalized Reset. But this is probably what Pablo was talking about when he said the sniper rifle becomes a machine gun. So yes, you fully mod this out. It's going to be big damage. You can of course mod for different builds than radiation corrosive. You could do like a Viral Hunter Missions build or whatever you feel like. So as long as you just keep reprocking that Fractalized Reset, crazy fire rate inbound. Because this weapon is bottlenecked by the reload speed. Now, as far as a couple other ones before we call this a video, I'm thinking the Bursted Incarnon could be, honestly, the list goes on. If you have any ones that you want to tell me about that you think would be good with this change, let me know in the comments down below. But, Bursted Incarnon before the Incarnon form is technically semi-auto. Like right there, we go to the Incarnon form, it is full auto. Really nice with a fire rate ribbon. But yeah, before you're in that, that's what kind of annoys people sometimes, having to manually click this. A lot of people just don't want to have to be honest, people don't want to go for headshots or going for semi-auto weapons. So yeah, this will be great though, for people that, don't want to use a semi-auto weapon because they're annoying. Honestly, if you're doing a longer run, the hand cramps and potentially annoyingness stuff from all that manual clicking can add up. All right, well, now that you got this far in the video, I'm going to tell you the ultimate one that I think might potentially get this changed, nerfed, or reverted, or like something about it. And that's going to be the Arbitration Ogress meta. If you didn't know this, for arbitration missions, the Kuva Ogress is the meta weapon, and it is semi-auto. So if you were to change this and make this full auto, Ogress arbitrations will become even more meta. So you just fire your Ogress everywhere, it's manual click every single time. With this change going through, it would be a full auto Ogress. With things like the Offentis, ammo pads, and the like, you'll have infinite ammo. So yes, arbitration's about to be the farm fest. They already are a farm fest. Maybe DE will finally limit that Vitus Essence turn-in, right? I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Yeah, but yeah, full auto arbitration Ogress incoming. Hopefully, I didn't just ruin the fun. Pablo, if you're watching this, please still add it. But yes, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. I appreciate all support. Yeah, see you tomorrow on stream or the next day on stream. Hopefully you have this started some brainstorming for you as far as fun things that can come out of this change. You know, we had some other ones wrote down as well. I don't know if they're going to do full auto amps, to be fair, but you know, the Nagantaka Prime can be full auto, Pandero Prime can be full auto, and I'm assuming bows will not be full auto because you know you have to charge the shot, and they are kind of like more precision weapons anyway. Like I don't even know how they would do a full auto of this because like you don't depending on the weapon you're using, the bow you're using, you know, charge it then release like. It still already is kind of full auto charging it up, but then the releasing the shot you have to manually. I don't know how they'd really do that, so I don't think they're going to do full auto bows personally. But see you guys next one. Take it easy and peace.